Hi there, this is Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. This is Tammy's Crafty Life, and this is Flosstube number 3. You may have noticed Flosstube is not all that I do. I'm also a paper crafter. I make mini albums and cards and all other kinds of crafts. I've dabbled in almost everything. I do beading and make jewelry. But this is a Flosstube video, and this is about cross stitch. In a previous video, both of my previous Flosstube videos, I mentioned a Monopoly board I had been working on. Well, I hadn't been working on it, that I worked on many, many years ago. And I finally pulled it out. It was stuck up behind there. So I'm going to show that to you. I'm going to start this video with two of my, I'm going to say, embarrassments. That's the word I'll use. Because when I pulled this out, it's pretty appalling what it looks like. So this is the pattern. I bought this, I don't know how many years ago, at least 30, maybe more. And it's gotten wet, the back is messed up. But I thought it would be fun because, as I mentioned before, I had seen in one of the cross stitch magazines where you could buy this game board to put it into. The game board had a glass top and it had little drawers all around, and I thought it was fun, so I was going to do that. And the pattern, if you do it as recommended, it's the exact size of a Monopoly board. So I thought that would be fun, but I started it many, many years ago, and it was on a scroll frame that was just stuck up on top of some stuff. So that's one reason why this is going to be like an embarrassing moment. I took it off of the scroll frame. I have not washed it. But this is it. So it's dirty. It's been banging around for 30 years just on a scroll frame. I feel like it might have been in a plastic bag, but I don't remember for sure. So this is it. How far I am. After all this time, I have not decided if I'm going to finish it. Part of me thinks I should finish it just because I started it, and part of it thinks that I should trash it. I'm not sure. The fabric is a little bit dirty from dust, but it doesn't really have anything else on it, I don't think. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I did get it off the scroll frame, and I'm going to, at the very least, put it away again for a while. And my other embarrassment is one of my sisters used to collect dreamsicles. I don't know if she still does. I haven't been to her house for a while. I haven't seen her since COVID started. We've just talked, but so I had bought this again 30 some years ago. This was from Just Cross Stitch. It's a pattern, and good grief, how did I? I don't know. That's weird. There's paint on the pattern. But the pattern, when I cross stitch, I photocopy the patterns and I stitch off of that. So how paint got inside this book, I'm not sure. But this is the book. And I was stitching this one right here. Hopefully that's working. It's very cute. And this is how far I got. And this is one of the embarrassing things about this. Oh, it goes like this. No, it goes like this. Sorry. Sideways, upside down, backwards. One of the most embarrassing things about this is the condition of the fabric. It's got, like, I don't know where it was. It's been, it was folded up and put in a bag, but there's the stain on here. There is a big stain on the back. And then there's green paint. Is that green paint? This same green paint is inside the book on the pattern. I don't know what was going on there. But that is it. It's Dreamsicles. And does it have a name? Let me see if she has a name. They do have names. So this one is called Butterflies. That's the name of her. Butterflies. And this is, I'll show you, I don't want to show you the pattern itself, but that is some of the paint that's on there. I don't know what I was doing. So this particular one, as I said, this is one of my embarrassments, that it got in this condition. While I was stitching on it, it got in this condition. And then I've gotten this far and not finished. I'm like, because the stains on the fabric are all outside the stitching area. I'm looking at it to see. I did all the boring part. I already did all the little body of the little girl. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep going with this or not. We'll see. I'm going to put it away again for now, and maybe I'll bring it out in another 20 years. No, I shouldn't wait that long, but I should make a decision about it. So those are my embarrassing moments. I started my video with those, and that's it for those. I forgot to get out my lighthouse bell pull. Sorry about that. I paused and went to get it. I don't remember if I showed this. No, I didn't, because I participate in collaboration videos every month, and one of them is a Joy of Blue collaboration. And this project I used for that, so I told you about it, but I didn't actually show it to you. So this is from one of the Stony Creek magazines. I think I showed you probably when I purchased the stuff to make it. And it's this lighthouse bell pull. It says, "Faith will light the way to hope." I really like lighthouses, although I don't really have any. I have this one now. This one I was just struck by the word faith in the middle, I think, is why I did it for my Joy of Blue collab project. It has these little buttons that are seagulls, and it was a lot of fun to stitch. These bell pull pieces came unfinished, and I painted them with spray paint and then finished it. And for the top, I just have some white baker's twine. So that is my fully finished item that I have since last video. I have 2 other finishes that are not fully finished. They're just finished. I think I showed you my Eat, Sleep, Stitch, Repeat last time. And this is it. This is a Lori Holt pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. And I am going to put this on a project bag. I'm also thinking about taking these letters, stitching this again, and stitching them in a line to put on along the top of a project bag. These could be stitched in all different kinds of colors. I thought about changing stitch to craft to make it for gifts for friends. I don't have the alphabet. The only letter I don't have already on here is F, but I think I could figure it out based on the style of the others. So that was a finish. This was for Sherry, who is the Colorado cross stitcher, is doing a cross stitch camp on Instagram and Facebook, sorry. And she's doing it in June, July, and August. And each month we need to start and finish a project within the month. So this was my June project. I linked everything in my previous video. I can link it again if you want to go check her out. It was a lot of fun. And I chose something small. I know I was wimpy. Something that I knew for sure I could finish within the month. Based on my schedule, I wasn't even sure I could finish this, but I did. So it was a lot of fun to stitch. It was very easy to stitch. These are the green and the blue are Aura Floss, which I had never heard of before I discovered Fat Quarter Shop. And the pink and the purple are DMC Floss. Another finish that I have that I think I'm going to also put this on a project bag. I didn't get out the book for it. This is from a Stony Creek book. This is Meow. In the book, the letters were blue, and I changed them to purple. And I think this would be really cute on a project bag made with cat fabric. And because it's long and skinny. So we'll see if that's what ends up happening with this. It was a lot of fun to stitch, and it was amazing to me. Well, not amazing. I already knew this. How much the back stitching makes stuff pop. Before I put the back stitching on with the black thread, it was pretty, but once you put on the back stitching, things really begin to pop. So those were my finishes for the last couple weeks. Excuse me. I only have one WIP that I was working on that you've seen before, so I'll show you my progress on that. It is Flea Market Flowers, also by Lori Holt from the Fat Quarter Shop. She's not the Fat Quarter Shop, but that's where I purchased this. And last time I had a couple flowers done and part of the frame, and all I've done so far is I finished framing it out. Can't really see that, but the frame is done. All the frames are done, and now I have started on the green. I've only gotten this far on the green, that and this. But I'll be working on that more this week. And then these are the fun colors. I have a tangled up mess, but the colors are so much fun. I'll get that out of the way. And then I have 1, 2, 3 new starts that I want to share with you. One of them is actually 3 pieces. I'm stitching it 3 times. I purchased this from Stony Creek. It's a Frony Ritter Designs flower. I am making for gifts 2 teacup pincushions, and this is what I'm going to put in it, on the top. I need a purple one for a friend and a pink one for my sister. Sorry. So these are the purple threads, which I think they're beautiful. Purple is my color, you know me. Love purple. And this is charted for purple. I could have also bought the pattern charted for pink, but why would I need to buy the pattern twice? So I figured out my own pinks. And these are the pinks, and these will match the teacup. Hopefully by the next time I do this, I will have it to show you. I don't think the pinks are as pretty, but I'm biased. So I'm making 3, and I'm doing them all at the same time because then it feels like I'm stitching one project. I don't like to do things over, and these are small, so I'm doing each thread on all 3 projects. So here's one of the purple ones. This is how far I am, and this is the picture. And so there's 2 purple, and this is the pink one. These are quick to stitch and a lot of fun. This fabric is 28 count. I'm stitching over 2. I don't remember what kind of fabric it is. It might be Jobelin, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. Let's see. So another start that I had was Sam, who is Stitch Again Sam, had shown us this book, and she had started this picture, and she was calling it a little stitch along if anybody wanted to do it with her. So I purchased the supplies to do this. This has 4 seasons in it, which is really cool. Cross Stitch for the Earth by Emma Congdon. And she said she was going to start stitching each season on the first day of that season. So I started on the first day of summer. Summer? Yes. I didn't get very far, but at least I started. Here's my tiny little start. The summer part starts over here with the blue, and I had to stitch all the way across through the spring to get to the summer, and that's all I have is that little bit of blue. But this is going to be a lot of fun to stitch. It's full coverage, mostly. The spaces that are white, you don't stitch those, but there's not a lot of white in it, so this is a lot of fun. I bought both books because Sam has showed them twice, and they have some really fun pictures in them. And these don't really have names. It's just number. It's number 19. Design 19. But for me, it's 4 seasons. Excuse me. And then my other start is I showed you when I bought this book. This is Summer in the Village. This is a Stony Creek book. I had first seen someone, I don't know who, was doing Winter in the Village, and it's very pretty, and I might do it someday. But when I went and looked at the 4, because there's all 4 seasons, the summer one was the one that stood out to me. It's a small picture to show, but I really think it's cute. Look at the little houses. They've done the pillow and the towel. So that's another start, and let me show you how far. And these are light colors, so it's kind of hard to see. But this is how far I am on this. And this, where I started, was in the middle. And this is the bed and breakfast. And you really can't, this is a tiny little picture, so you can't see it. So I'm just doing that part right there. I wish I had a bigger picture. And this one has a ton of colors. That's all the colors. So those are, those are my current WIP and my new starts. Another thing I want to share is, you see these, see this little floss drop that I made? Thanks to Teresa Little Stitcher, I think is the name of her channel, I discovered Annie's Keepers, and Annie's Keepers is a really cool way to store your floss. She has these little discs. Little clear plastic disc. It's hard to see. And then you store them on these. And this is really nice for storage because I'm storing them in a hanging folder. Sorry, I can't find my words today. It's made where you can put hanging files. And then it also is made with a circle hole in it. Oh, you can see it there. So that you can put it on a ring when you're stitching with it. And what I really like about this is if you look at these flosses here, you see how this one is all kinky, and which makes it hard to stitch with. Several of these are. This is what happens when you bobbinate floss, and it's bothered me my whole life. And until I discovered Annie's Keepers, I didn't really know another way to do it. So I really like using it this way. It stays straight and pretty. So hopefully I'll be using these colors and getting them out of here before too long. So, but Annie's Keepers seems to be really hard to get right now. There's 2 places that I know you can purchase it. One of them is the Stitching Shop that's in Colorado. And the first time I purchased them, it took about a month to receive them. And I called midway through, and she said that they were getting them in every week and they shipped them out as soon as they received them, but they were always out of stock. So I finally got my first order. The same day I ordered from JDR, who is JDR? It's a place where you get supplies for Brazilian embroidery. And I still haven't received those from them, but I did call and talk to the man. He was very nice. And he said they have a really hard time getting them. And he could cancel my order, or he could let me know when they come in and send them then. So right now I can't get more. I wish that they were easier to get because I love them. So that led me to, I really like my floss on drops for stitching. Led me to looking for floss drops, which are not cheap. If you find them in plastic, you pay like $10 for 10 or something, sometimes for 20. But it's a lot of money because I need lots. The pictures that I'm doing are all use a lot of colors, so I need a lot of them. So I started looking around my crafting supplies, and I found a punch that I have that I really like. And so I punched it, the outer shape, and then I used a 1/4 inch hole punch for the top and a 1/2 inch hole punch for the bottom. I punched it. This one is out of white cardstock, and then I also punched designer paper and glued it together before I punched the holes in it to give a little bit of sass to it. And then I also made, when I those were the first ones that I made. The next ones I made, I had some pretty butterfly paper, and I did these with lavender cardstock on the back. I think I like the colored cardstock on the back better than the white, so I'm moving forward with the colored cardstock. What's next? I'm going to show you some haul. I have a lot of haul, so I'm not sure if I'm going to show it all because it's a lot. I should write these things down when they happen because I can never remember who I saw it on. Somebody was talking about Twin Peaks. Maybe it was Stitch Again Sam also. I don't think so. I do have this written down somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Yeah, it's not on any of the notes in front of me, so I need to find it. Somebody was talking about, I think in August, maybe it was Sam, doing a stitch along that's a sampler of any of your choice. And I've mentioned previously that the samplers, all the ones I've seen, don't really speak to me. But she did mention twinpeakprimitives.com, and I went there and looked, and I found this sampler that's called Cherry Garden, and I think it's really pretty. I like vibrant colors, and I don't want it to look old before I start, so this is really pretty. I also found another sampler, actually two more, but one of them's not here yet. This is the Leeds House sampler, and this one came from 123stitch.com. I like blue. I would like it better if it was purple. I might change it to purple, but I bought the fabric and the floss. The fabric is blue. The floss is blue. This is a 28 count Helix Lugana fabric. And I know the color's not going to show right. It's kind of a mottled, very light blue, and is really pretty. And then the flosses are Sulky, which I have never stitched with Sulky. So we'll see. I know nothing about it. These are my floss colors. The one over here is variegated, and maybe one of the blues is. And one of the colors was on back order, so hopefully they'll ship it soon. And so I have to decide which of these two or the other third one I want to start for my sampler for the stitch along. I also picked up from Twin Peaks Primitives this. I thought this was pretty. Blue is my second favorite color, so I'm drawn to blue things. Another thing that I received recently is a really cool project bag. This is from Lake Wind Studio, and they are, I don't remember where she is, but this is the project bag. Sorry for the glare. And then it's this really, really cute cat fabric. And then it came with this one also, the smaller one that I love. I keep looking for fun project bags. I can make my own, and I'm going to make some, as you've seen by the things that I stitched for them. But when I see ones that are purple and fun, then I have to get them. Let's see, what else? I made a trip to my local needlework shop, which is not local to me. It's in Portland. I'm in Salem, so it's an hour drive. And I kept seeing the Country Cottage Needleworks monthly samplers, and I hadn't purchased them, but I kept seeing them everywhere. So this is January, and I purchased all the ones they had. They had January through July, and I got on their mailing list that they're going to automatically send them to me, which is cool. I also had never heard of a Biscorn U until recently, and I love elephants. This is by Tiny Modernist, and this is an elephant Biscorn U. We'll see if I actually make that, but I thought even if I don't make the Biscorn U, I can stitch that little elephant. This is cute. And I got two other Froni Ritter designs while I was there. I had not yet received my flower from Froni Ritter, and I got these two patterns, which I think are fun. They'll be quick stitches. Fat Quarter Shop has a monthly stitch club. I can't remember what they call it. And I was able to get in on that. And this is what I got. This really cute project bag, which looks like confetti. And inside this project bag is, so it came with everything for the project. It was all wrapped nice and neat in this pretty little ribbon. So this is the pattern that it comes with. It's called Stitch Quarterly. This is the pattern that it comes with for this quarter. This pattern is, it's called Hello Summer. And it's a Fat Quarter Shop pattern. It's Lori. I think it's Lori Holt because it's so Emma. And then it's finished by Priscilla of the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. And it comes with the navy blue fabric, which is Witchelt 14 count fabric. And it came with the floss. And I think it's going to be fun to stitch. It also came with this cool little needle minder and a needle. So this might be my project for cross stitch camp for July. I'm not sure yet because I have some other ones that I might want to do. And then also from the Fat Quarter Shop, they recently showed this kaleidoscope pattern by Lori Holt. And this is a book that has a quilt pattern in it and cross stitch patterns. And I think geometric shapes are fun, so I wanted to get that. And you also could get the floss keeper to match it. They're going to be doing a stitch along with that also. I'm going to be getting too many stitch alongs. And then also from them, I purchased this pattern because I saw this on the front of a project bag on Facebook somewhere. This is by Hands On Design. It's called Love My Stitching. And I want to make a project bag that has this on it. I thought this was a lot of fun. Oh, I found this on, I think it's from 123stitch.com. Because it's purple. This was back ordered. I showed you on my last video flosses that I bought for this, but this pattern itself was on back order. Isn't that beautiful? All those pretty purples in there. So that would be fun to stitch. I need to dig the flosses out. They're put away somewhere. And then somebody, again, I am so easily enabled. Somebody had shown this cross stitch kit by Maloka Designs. It's a mandala elephant. And she is in Canada somewhere. It's a kit on 14 count Aida. I haven't opened it yet. Came with all the flosses. And it looks like it has, I think I ordered it with a needle minder in there. Let's throw out that needle minder. I love elephants, as I said. Oh, that's really pretty. This is their needle minder. Savage, stop. My dog is investigating everything here, and he just touched the pile I've been making, and it went sliding. It hasn't hit the floor yet. And I also love giraffes. I like all African animals. This is the dog's nose here. And this is a giraffe, which I think is, I love colorful things. It's really pretty. So that is it for my haul, thank goodness. I have more stuff on the way. I also subscribed to the Fat Quarter Shop's stitching quarterly kit. So it's for quilting. I'm not sure what comes in it, but we will see when it gets here. So I think that brings me to giveaways. In my first video, I did a giveaway that was this tiger. It's a 5x7 full coverage dimensions kit. And my winner, also a magazine, which is in my pile somewhere. My winner was Carolyn Boudreau. I have not heard from her yet, so Carolyn, I need to hear from you by my next video, which will most likely be in 2 weeks. Otherwise, I'll be giving this to someone else. And then my giveaways from last time, I had 2. One was the Stitching Sampler by Nikki's Creations. What's this? And one was this Popular Dogs set of patterns. So the winner of this dog set is Robin's Nest of Crafts. Congratulations, Robin. I do have your address, so I will get this in the mail to you at the beginning of the week. Thank you so much for watching. Robin's been a long time supporter of my channel, and I just love her. So thank you, Robin. I appreciate that you keep watching my videos. Even when I'm changing things up a bit, you're still there. And this Stitching Sampler, the winner is Melody Shinokis. I do not have your address, Melody, so my email address will be below. Please send me your mailing address and I will get this in the mail for you. And what's left? Giveaways for this time. I pulled out 2 things. Well, 3 things really. Where did that? Piles. So I put the thing in a pile and oh, it's probably so far down I'll never see it again. Here it is. Okay. So I have, I'll take this out of the package. I have this pattern. I think it's the Lori Holt pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop. And it is called Fresh Cut. And so I'm going to give this away. So if you would like to win this, in the comments below, use the word fresh. You need to be 18 years, at least 18 years of old and a visible subscriber. Please like the video. So that's one of the giveaways. And then another giveaway I have, I was going to do this picture and I changed my mind. This is by Jardin Privé. It's called Patchwork All Shots, which I think is Patchwork of Cats. So if you would like to win this, use the word cats, plural, cats. So fresh, I'm writing these down because otherwise I forget, cats. And then the third thing I'm going to give away, this is kind of silly. Maybe you think, I don't know, I like them. The third thing I'm going to give away is a set of 20 floss drops. There's only 10 on here. I need to finish the other 10. But I thought it would be fun to give away some of these. So if you would like to win this, then put the word drops in the comment below. Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. I want to thank everybody for watching. I really appreciate that you keep coming back. I'm glad I discovered Flosstube to add to my videos because I really enjoy making them. And Flosstube is what got me back into cross stitch and started this mess. All of my cross stitch supplies right now are stored. If you see this, these black cubes, there's 3 stacked on top of each other. Those are stuffed full. And I think I have more stuff in my storage room. Good thing about cross stitch is it doesn't take a lot of space. You can see all around me all the paper crafting stuff. It does take a lot of space. Those are my stamps, my Stampin' Up! Stamp sets. The ones below them are all other companies that come in like plastic sleeves. Punches. This is all my Stampin' Up! Cardstock right here. in these three. This one is 12 by 12 paper. This is all 12 by 12 paper. And I have drawers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 drawer units from IKEA that are full of stuff. And a room that's full of stuff. See that doorknob right there? I can get this to point right there. That doorknob goes into the room that's the black hole where stuff gets lost. And I'm still trying to find one cross-stitch picture that I told you about before. It's not in that room, so I can't figure out where it is. It was one of my Stony Creek ones. Anyway, now I'm rambling. So thank you so much for watching. Congratulations to my winners. Please send me, I need one of you to send me an email. The other one I'll be mailing out. And Carolyn Boudreau, do you want this picture? And the magazine. I need to get those sent out. I think that's it for this one. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy stitching!